Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we're going to do a detailed review of the new Infinix Note 10 Pro. So Infinix Note 10 Pro was announced a few days back, and this is the first device in India under 20,000 rupees with 8GB RAM and 256GB storage being offered. So generally at the price of around 20,000 or below, we get around 128GB storage being offered. Now here we get UFS storage, and this is 256GB UFS storage included and 8GB RAM offered. So that's the specialty of the Infinix Note 10 Pro. Now apart from that, this device comes with 6.95 inches full HD plus resolution display. It's a 90Hz refresh rate. Now it's a large and massive display on this device, and apart from that you also get the Helio G95 octa-core processor. You get a triple camera setup or rather quad camera setup. It's a 64 megapixel quad camera setup, and it comes with Android 11 and Infinix custom UI. The XOS is powering the Infinix Note 10 Pro. So let's get started with a detailed review of this device. How good is the device? Now this device is priced 16,999, that's 17,000 rupees. So let's see if this is really value for money at this price segment. So before getting started, if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. So let's begin. So first up, let's have a look at the design and build quality. Now one thing that stands out with the Infinix Note 10 Pro is the color. This color, actually Nordic silver, actually makes really good looks. In fact, this color looks really good. The back panel, the silver finish, and the color gradient actually looks pretty good. Now you can see that the squarish or kind of rectangular kind of camera layout, we get quad LED flash, and the camera placement, the Infinix branding, everything looks quite good. Even the power button acts as the fingerprint sensor, the volume rocker keys, and you get USB 3.5 USB Type-C port and 3.5 audio jack. So overall we feel the device definitely looks good, but it's a bulky device. Remember, this is almost a 7-inch smartphone, 6.95 inches smartphone. So you have to consider that size, and the weight is also slightly on the high side. You can feel that the weight is slightly towards the top portion. But having said that, if you're a person who likes to watch a lot of movies or even attend classes, online classes, then this device makes sense because it has a large display and it is also a full HD resolution display. So design and build quality, we feel it's quite good. It's a plastic material, but Infinix has done a quite good job in terms of build quality being offered. So we would say it's quite a good looking device out there in this price segment. Now next is the display. Now most of the Infinix smartphones have quite good displays. We have been saying this on most of the Infinix reviews. Now here also you get a good full HD plus resolution display. Now this is a 90Hz refresh rate, but you don't get an AMOLED panel. This is an IPS LCD panel. Now again, the display is quite good. The brightness levels are adequate, but we feel the outdoor brightness could have been a tad better. Now the viewing angles are kind of okayish, I would say, especially if you're viewing in extreme sunlight. The viewing angles wasn't that great, but overall we feel it's quite a good device out there. The brightness levels, as I said before, could have been better. Now the touch response is very smooth, similar to other Infinix devices. The touch response feels pretty smooth. So overall, if you look at the display quality, we feel it's kind of average at its best, because this price segment we have seen AMOLED displays. So that's one area where the Infinix Note 10 Pro is lacking. At 17,000 price segment, ideally it should have had a slightly better display. But having said that, the display is quite good. It's a large display, and if you're a person who loves to watch movies, then this display definitely feels quite okay. Now next is the software. Now Infinix smartphones come with their custom UI, the XOS. Now we have the Android 11 on this device. Along with that, we also get XOS. Now if you look at the XOS, this is something which we have been saying. The XOS is kind of good UI actually, but the problem is that a lot of bloatwares are included with this device. You can see that a lot of apps are shipped. We have been saying this to Infinix to reduce the bloatware. But even on this device, you can see that there are lots of apps pre-installed. Now if you look at the UI, you can see that it's a really good UI actually. It feels quite good. There are plenty of options being offered, themes and customization. You get eye care, dark mode. There is also app management options, then kids mode, power marathon for getting better battery life, then additional functions like social turbo, game mode, then actions and gestures, X clone mode. So a lot of additional features are being offered on this UI. So it feels quite good in terms of features being offered, but as I said before, the number of pre-installed bloatwares are slightly on the higher side on the Infinix Note 10 Pro. Now the UI performance is also pretty good. So we would say Infinix has done quite a good job in terms of features being offered, and even the overall app performance was also quite good. Now next, moving on to the performance. Now this device comes with the Helio G95 chip. Now Helio G95 is a pretty good chip actually. In terms of performance, we have seen that this device actually performed pretty good. In terms of day-to-day experience, it was quite good experience. We could see a lag-free experience on this device, and even gaming experience was quite good because the Helio G95 is a pretty good chip for gamers, and with a large Full HD plus resolution display and large massive capacity battery, this device is quite a good device for gamers, and you get pretty good performance overall. The Helio G95 is definitely a good chipset at this price segment for gamers. Now that's the performance side. Now overall we feel the Helio G95 does a decent job on this device in terms of performance, and we don't see any sort of lags or issues here. Now you also get a 3.5mm audio jack on this device. Again, the speaker quality was quite adequate, and the call quality and signal strength was quite good on this device. It comes with dual SIM card, and you also get an expansion slot included. Apart from that, you also have 4G LTE and dual VoLTE support, and voice or Wi-Fi is also included. So that's the other performance. Now fingerprint scanner is side mounted. In fact, the fingerprint scanner performance is quite good. It's fast and responsive. Even the face unlock did quite good job. Now moving on to the cameras. So we have a 64 megapixel primary camera, and then you also get an 8 megapixel ultra wide, 2 megapixel depth and 2 megapixel macro sensor, and you get a 16 megapixel selfie camera included. Now let's have a look at the camera samples. Now you can see that the daylight shots came out quite well. There is decent sharpness levels. Again, colors are quite okay. We wouldn't say this is the best color reproduction we have seen, but more or less these are quite good in terms of overall experience. But again, not the best camera out there in this price segment. It does a decent job. It won't disappoint most of the users unless you are a person who is more focused on the camera alone. Then this might not be the best out there, but again, this would do justice to the camera. Even the ultra wide angle was decent in terms of performance. The macros were not really exceptional quality, but again acceptable quality. The low light performance was also quite okay on this device. It does perform with the night mode included. In fact, the portrait mode also was quite okay on this device. The selfie experience once again was kind of decent on this device. So overall, as a camera, it won't disappoint most of the users, but again, it's not the best out there in this price segment. So that's the camera aspect of the Infinix Note 10 Pro. This device comes with a massive 5000 mAh capacity battery, and you get 33 watt charging included. Now we have done the charging test. It's not as fast as what is being advertised by Infinix, but it does get decent fast charging. Now the battery is really good on this device. We can get easily more than a day of battery life easily on this device. So battery life is stellar and very good on the Infinix Note 10 Pro. So that is the detailed aspects about the Infinix Note 10 Pro. So priced at almost 16,999. There is only just one variant, 8GB RAM and 256GB storage. Now let's summarize the pros and cons. The pros include good design. In fact, this looks good. Large display. In fact, if you are into multimedia, you get large display. Then a decent software experience, decent performance. Cameras are also above average, and a good battery life. Now the cons include you don't get an AMOLED display. In fact, the display quality could have been slightly better. Then there are lots of bloatwares included. Again, camera performance is not the best out there, especially for a 17,000 price device. We feel camera should have been better. And if you're looking at what is being offered, although you get 8GB RAM and 256GB massive storage, we feel it should have been slightly more competitive in terms of pricing, but Infinix we feel has done a quite good job with the Infinix Note 10 Pro. And if you're looking for massive storage from your device, then this device makes really good sense, because there isn't any other device in this price segment with the massive 256GB storage being offered. So overall, Infinix Note 10 Pro is quite a good package, but slightly low pricing would have made even better, especially for some of the lacking features like AMOLED display, and some of the other cons also are included. So that is a detailed review of the Infinix Note 10 Pro. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.